Should you proceed with an attack on Iran, both the occupied territories and all military centers and bases, and American ships in the region will be our legitimate targets.
What happens when a place of worship becomes the center of a political firestorm? Tonight, a single video from Iran is fueling outrage, tightening crackdowns, and raising fears of a much wider conflict. It begins with CCTV footage from a mosque in Sabzevar in northeastern Iran. The video shows an individual throwing flammable materials, described as incendiary devices or Molotov cocktails, toward the mosque's entrance. Inside, several teenagers are present. The clip spreads rapidly across social media, amplified by outlets like Middle East Observer, and quickly ignites public anger. Iranian state-affiliated media frames the incident as a deliberate attack by rioters, accusing protesters of endangering children and violating a sacred space. But this is not an isolated case. Authorities say the Sabzevar incident fits a broader pattern of arson during the unrest. In Tehran alone, multiple mosques have reportedly been set on fire, including the Al-Rasul Mosque in Saadabad and others in Golhak. The government blames protesters. Opposition voices, however, claim some incidents may be staged or false flag operations designed to justify harsher repression. As tensions rise, Iranian authorities issue stark warnings. Families are urged to keep young people away from gatherings, and officials threaten severe punishments for anyone linked to violence or vandalism. But the crisis is no longer just domestic. On January 11, 2026, Iran's parliamentary speaker, Mohammad Bakir Kalibaf, delivers a blunt message. If the United States strikes Iran, he says, U.S. bases in the region and Israel would become legitimate targets.
Should you proceed with an attack on Iran, both the occupied territories and all military centers and bases, and American ships in the region will be our legitimate targets.
The warning comes as chants of death to America echo through Parliament. Just a day earlier, President Donald Trump posts on Truth Social, voicing support for Iranian protesters. Iran is looking at freedom. The USA stands ready to help, he writes. He also warns that if the regime kills protesters, the response would be forceful. No military action has been confirmed, but the language on both sides is escalating. The backdrop is critical. The region is still on edge after the June 2025 Iran-Israel-US conflict, a 12-day confrontation involving strikes on Iranian military and nuclear sites. Now, airlines are rerouting flights, countries are issuing travel advisories, and analysts warn of dangerous miscalculation. Could this spiral into a wider war, even a World War III scenario? Most experts say it's high-risk posturing, not inevitability. But with protests raging at home and threats mounting abroad, Iran's leadership is focused on one thing above all else: survival.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.